Are you going to continue with this? Are you going to pursue it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, this can make someone that's even just having a bad day feel great. You know?
That's kind of it.
It is, because when you think about it, it's like everything that you've explained to us gives meaning for our lives, for us as individuals, for everything that we see, everything that we do. It all comes back to the cycle, the flow, and just makes it so real, you know? It's like, I'm just happy that I was here. I mean, I was supposed to have a huge party today, and it got all rained out, and then... You know what I mean? So it's like, thank God I was here.
I told you it was a blessing.
It was.
Your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thursday.
Happy birthday.
So, I just think it's break it right down. You can't explain it to people. You know, the concept of the flowing that you were showing us. You know, the very basic beginning, and. To me, that was the most important thing, just because it just showed how everything is connected, and it proves it. You know what I mean? It just proves it.
Yeah, there's no point in warring when you're all connected, is there?
You know, when you say this, I feel somehow innately at home with, even though I don't even pretend to understand the math and the hard part of it, but innately I own it. As soon as I see it and I see the pattern that it just like starts to fit in all the right places, and I believe that we're all born with that goal, that drive to go home to whatever this knowledge is, to truly know God, the name of God, the love of God, and to relate that to everything we do, and that it's out of that gift from God to us, we have everything. Nothing's been limited, nothing's been kept from us in any way. That the whole universe is out there as a gift in every aspect that a human could conceive.
I give everybody as a free present these books. They're mystical. You can't tell I got the math from it, but they're a present.
Do other Baha'i people come to this?
Yes. Yeah, we're all geniuses with him.
I know lots of them.
I think that
I'm going to
the
tell them all
nice thing
about
about
you.
And what?
I'm going to tell them all about you. You're going to keep a lot of my friends from going crazy trying to figure this out. And thank you for figuring this out without going crazy.
Yeah, it's not in my blood to go crazy. That's my good side. Is that I don't burn out. I can't have a nervous breakdown. I can't run out of. That's just my thing. Is that I make that sound, as me and Charlie were talking about. We're all been doing it. I just So that wasn't my fear. I didn't have any fear of that.
You know what's so strange is that you're telling us about all this and how this is going to finally work when the energy in this way gets invented the way it's supposed to happen and eliminates petroleum stuff and all that. And you're wondering how you're going to get the money for a whiteboard or whatever it is. Just like, that just blows my mind. That's like, you don't have to worry about that because it's all just going to come. Because you can't contain this now, like you've told too many people.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
I told
It does.
people when I was a little kid.
Yeah, but it takes time. It takes 25 years to become an overnight success.
Oh yeah.
And,
it's all moving at the right speed.
Naturally. It doesn't matter. I mean, it says over and over again in the writings that it's just the will of God that these things shall come to pass, and that we don't really have a choice. That the kingdom of God is going to be created whether we want it or not, individually. And this will be used because it's in harmony with the vibration of the Lord. So, thank you.
And this
Don't
point,
worry, your work won't be wasted at all. This is the foundation for, building the whole new society. And he gave us the key, which is 9.
It's vanished. If you think about all the billions of people that live by an oil lantern, how many whales were boiled to light people's rooms, it can easily vanish again. It really takes an incredible amount of effort to keep it alive.
Don't you think this kind of stuff has been done before, or as you talk about the concept of circle, don't you think that
Simba did it in The Lion King.
that somebody in the past must have done something similar to this nature, and it got
Not even similar, they did it.
Yeah, it got vanished, and then
I'm just picking up the clues at the scene of the crime. That's all I'm doing.
But at least the great thing about your work is at least you're seeing the until now the mysticism was like totally detached from ordinary masses but now you are combining those two things together
Right.
and making it known to people which is really grounding.
Like I whispered to you early on, I said,
He's making us feel like we're smart. Remember?
Oh, thanks.
Well, just in this day and age, there's a growing movement that people can see to interweave science and spirituality, and it's due to the fact that, due to the duality, there's in this gap ecological, sociological crises that have escalated because of the misguided calendar, the misguided mathematical, numerological, astrological systems. And so what this is focalizing is, especially because the Baha'i faith is a faith that is not a particular faith, it's a whole faith. It's something that incorporates the teachings of all the religions. So what this that you're sharing today is doing is very clearly and concisely bridging that gap. And in that fulcrum point, which is where the 9 is the energy that you're asking us to, here's this gift, go and take this and apply this in whatever way you can, whatever way God calls you to share this with, because it's basically the science of the holy name, and it comes through in all of creation, and you're giving us the formula for what we already know, what already exists, so that we can take the seed and sow it.
The real objective is so that when we get to the next kingdom, in the height of the outcome, the spiritual world, the heavenly world, that you will be able to function. You understand how powerful and important the holy name of God is. You've said that yourself. And you've invoked it many times. And the thing is, in this world, we use our feet to get around. Okay? But in the next world, we're going to be crippled unless we know how to breathe and intonate that holy name of God. Okay? Because in the next world, that will totally give us the wings to our soul and give us free flight. Okay? Even in this world as well, too. All our psychic states, paranormal states, we should never ever sell ourselves short for one altered state. We should always know that we should be totally integrated. If we should have psychicness or telepathy or levitation or anything we should ever have, they must all be integrated in balance and in harmony. And the name of God balances all those abilities. All of us have unique traits and skills. Some are psychic, some are great in math, some are great in writing, some are great in art. But when we take all of these aspects of our brain, okay, by the name of God, it makes all these parts of our brains working together where one part doesn't atrophy and another over-accentuate. And that's what the holy name of God does. It makes all the parts of your brain work together, function well as one. Instead of teaching those children to teach each separate letter, that's not the way they should do it. So they should teach them to know the name of God. And that's how you then tap into what the real meaning of a human being is. A human being that is a hologram, is a paradigm of God. We actually reveal God's bounty, His grace, through how we release that spirit in us. We are actually the revelation of God. We are to creation to the rest of the world. If it wasn't for us, all the most beautiful and comely names, all the attributes and qualities of God would not be revealed. And God's own image would be not distributed throughout the universe. Not reflected throughout the universe. Thanks.
How about this coil? If it doesn't have any resistance, why it only produces twice as much energy as
It's much more. The reason is they're making out a filament strand and it's insulated. They're not doing it correctly. The next coils are supposed to be made out of glass, but it's very difficult for us to make them, and we're struggling, and it's expensive. And I've met with people to make them already, but they already tell me that it costs money to experiment. So this is a very slow process I'm going through. We're looking at months again, or years, before I get this off the ground, depending.
Do you need some more investors?
I know a couple millionaires you gotta meet.
Yeah,
Computers too.
I don't need the money, but the people who make this, there are real bills that they won't work for free. If we can't find people who will donate their engineering skills, if we don't know engineers and talented people, then we have to hire people. But my first goal was for everybody just to contribute what their skill is. I've done it so far based on the no strings attached, free gift, participation type situation. If there's any investors that want to, I don't beg, I don't solicit for money at these talks, and I always continue to teach for free. But as long as they're not into it from the fact of return, let me put it this way. To keep them from being greedy about it, I won't promise them any money in return for whatever they invest. I won't make any, I won't try and lure them or entice them. If they want to make it without me, they can get my book. It cost me $40 to print this book. And they can make it on their own, and they can even omit me, okay, if that's their desire. But if they want to see it made with my resources and my skill, then this is what the book looks like. It's a big thing. Then yeah, I would definitely know where the money is most appropriately used, because all the people that I work with are very talented, very skilled. I'd also would compensate certain writers, certain artists. I would actually compensate Charlie and Judy because they're teachers, and I would actually offer them a publishing agreement, because I have a publisher, but he just wants the draft, the final product. I have a CD-ROM company, and I would actually ask them to produce teaching materials for schools. So you guys are the guys I'd use the money for. I'd pay you guys to do the work. So, me, I can live without money. I'm okay, because I bought a new tent.
And all you eat is fruit, so.
I need its fruit, yeah. But I'm going to go to Kmart and get another one, too. So I have two. That way I'm expanding. Living room, bedroom. Okay.
Just be like this.
Thank you very much.
Mahalo. You guys are a lot of fun. couldn't have more fun.